Hello, and welcome to your next lesson. Today, I would like to discuss fonts and how they can be used to enhance the appearance of your worksheet. Applying the correct font can give your worksheet a professional and polished look. The possibilities are endless and only require the right tools and a vision. So join us as we dive into this lesson. Now that we have the worksheet open, I would like to show you the tools we will be using during this lesson. As you look at the font group on the home ribbon, you will see tools related to fonts, backgrounds, and borders. You can execute the commands we will be using directly from this ribbon, or you can click the arrow in the lower corner of this section. This opens the Format Cells pop-up box with the same basic tools, but just laid out in a different format. You can also get the Format Cell pop-up box by selecting a cell, right-clicking, and then selecting Format Cells. I'm going to use the ribbon, but you feel free to use the path that you are most comfortable with. Let's start on the home ribbon. Let's go to the font groups, and I would like to start on the font types. This drop-down provides a list of available fonts. You can avoid scrolling the list if you know the name of the font you are looking for. For instance, if I was to type the word Times, Excel will automatically populate to Times New Roman font type. You can also increase or decrease the size of your font by selecting the numeric font size or simply by clicking the increase or decrease buttons. You can also bold, italicize, or underline your font and of course change the colors. Let's open the Format Cells pop-up box and view the less frequently used options. So I'd like for you to look at the preview box to get an idea of what these options are. We have strike through, we have superscript, and then we have subscript. Now that we have reviewed our options, let's go ahead and make some changes to our fonts. First thing I want to do is make changes to the color of my heading and my categories. I have a dark background, so I think I would like to go with a lighter text. Let's go ahead and select the ABC Products text and change this to a lighter color. Okay, so let's start by putting our cursor in cell B1. My cell address confirms my location. Next, I want to go up to the font color and get the drop down. Now here I can decide if I want to use a standard color or if I actually want to customize a color. Because I know the color I want to go with, I'm just going to go ahead and use a standard color. And the color that I think I would like to use is the tan background 2. So this is the color I'm going to go with because my background is dark and it complements the color very nicely. Now I think I want to also make changes to the font as well as the size. So let's go up to the font type and get the drop down. Now here I think I want to go with the Batty font. I'm going to go ahead and select that. I'm going to make my font bold and then I'm also going to increase the size. Right now it looks like I am at a size 22. Now I can get the drop down and just scroll the numbers numerically, or I can increase or decrease until I'm satisfied with the size. Because I'm not sure the size I exactly want to go with, I think I'll go with the option to increase and decrease. So let's start with the increase font size and let's just increase. Okay, that's getting a little large. Now I'm going to go ahead and back out of that a little bit. So let's go ahead and decrease. And now I'll increase one more up to a 28. And I think this is the size I want to go with. Next, I want to adjust the fonts for my categories. So let's look at cell B3, which contains our inventory ID. Here I'm going to change the font size, the color, as well as the type. I'm going to begin by going up to my font types, and I'm going to get my drop down. I think I'll go with the Arial Black in this case. I'm going to take the font up slightly to just a 14. And then I will change my font to the same color that I am using for my header. Again, if I was to get the drop down and look at it, it would be tan with the background 2. Okay, so I am pleased with the way this is looking. Now I need to repeat these steps for cells C3 through J3. Let's begin by clicking in cell C3. Let's left click and hold our mouse down. Now I want to drag it across all the way to J3. Next, I want to go up to where my font size is, and I want to increase it to a 14. I want to go to where my font type is and get the drop down. And I want to go to Arial Black so it matches what I have in cell B3. Finally, I want to change the color, and I'm going to select that tan, which is a tan with the background 2. Okay, so now this is looking a little bit large for my taste. I think I do want to go ahead and take the size down. So let's go ahead and select cell B3 and drag it all the way over to cell J3. Now I'm going to go to my decrease button, and I'm just going to decrease the size some. That looks a little bit better, and I think this is what I'm going to stick with. Congratulations on completing another video and on your commitment to learning this program. I hope that you are getting the most out of our level up lessons, and I will look forward to seeing you on the next video.